And welcome to the castle, everybody. This is knightsaberZ42, a brand new week, which means it's a brand new indie game. And this week we are going to cover Hollow Knight. And I gotta admit, I have chills already because this game is pretty awesome. I played this game for a few hours over and over last night, trying to get the first few areas down in my head, because this is going to be a full walkthrough slash let's play. So if you need some help on any of the areas, this will be the place to go. So without further ado, let's get started. That is my personal save file that I'm going to practice on, or probably one of several. So let's choose number 3. And here we go. In winds beyond they speak your name with reverence and regret. For none could tame our savage souls, yet you the challenge met. Under palest watch you taught we changed, base instincts were redeemed. A world you gave to bug and beast as they had never dreamed. From Elegy for Hollow Nest by Monomon the Teacher. Oh, kudos to people who actually do poems for a living. Like, you just make words sound so cool. I could never do that. And here we go, our cutscene. It's actually one of 2 at the very beginning. I also love it when people make those types of like screams or yells or whatever. They did that a lot in Dark Souls, and it's just like, I wonder how they do that, because it sounds so cool. Anyways, if you're having any troubles with cutscenes or whatnot not working, check your resolution settings. I was trying to record this at 1080 and it wasn't working, so I went to my native default, which is 1440. So that might be a problem that you have. I don't know if it's a recording thing or just a general straight up game thing, but there's a solution if you have that problem. Alright, so there we are. So I could pretty much do my final impressions already in this first video. And I'll go over some things that I really liked, enjoyed, and things that I kind of didn't agree with here as we play on. I'm not just going to dump it all in one episode. But here we are this little guy. So here's the first thing I really love. The fact that when you hit anything, even if it's the wall, you get knocked back. So think back to a retro style beat 'em up game, or any game that required you to have a sword, and think back to like whenever you hit the enemy, what happened? Was it like, did the enemy still come through and then you'd get hit with stupid damage? Because if so, this is the perfect solution. I love that knockback. Or some games actually do it where the enemy gets, like, they stop and then they keep coming at you. I think Castlevania did that. So I really love this system. It's very fair, and it makes sure that, you know, the enemy doesn't get one on you. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Your great strength marks you amongst us. Focus your soul and you shall achieve feats of which others can only dream. So this is basically telling you that you have a spell. It's a heal spell, and you use your soul power, which is basically the top left, the face thing. That is your soul meter, and the more you attack enemies, the more soul you get until it's filled up. Oh, I got hit there because I totally forgot about that. Something else, I'm gonna make a very quick note. The game kind of tends to lag in the weirdest of places. Like, for instance, whenever I am fighting those or hitting those little piles of coins or geo, it tends to lag, but not on every single one, only on certain ones, and it's kind of weird. And I'm pretty sure that's not a video thing. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a you know, a game thing. I might scale down the resolution now that the cutscenes are done, but I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I forgot about that. Yep, you can get hit there and you can fall that way and get that, and I totally forgot about it, so I won't be able to get that. but I can get this one. It's a secret area. Yeah, this is one of the areas that really lags for whatever reason. Only when I hit it too, so it's not like it's... Well, I just went ahead and walked right off. So it's not like it's all the time, but it's like enough that it's gonna annoy me to no end. So... Like I said, I probably end up rescaling. I won't be able to make that. Not yet. I should probably not ever, because I don't think I can come back. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Beyond this point, you enter the land of King and Creator. Step across this threshold and obey our laws. Bear witness to the last and only civilization, the eternal kingdom, Hollow Nest. It's a little bit of lore there. Yeah, we're gonna beat the crap out of this door. And there we go. So something I'm a little sad about, I kind of expected there to be combos and whatnot, you know, like you could chain combos and use that to hit the enemy, but they kind of make up for it by the fact that you knock enemies back. So here we are at Dirtmouth, the fading town, and this is my favorite part. This area alone, because of the music, oh my gosh, chills. Oh man, like seriously. I wish I could find sheet music for this and just play it on the piano all day long. Oh there, traveler. I'm afraid there's only me left to offer welcome. Our town's fallen quiet, you see. The other residents, they've all disappeared, headed down that well one by one into the caverns below. Used to be there was a great kingdom beneath our town. It's long fell to ruin, yet it still draws folks into its depths. Wealth, glory, enlightenment, that darkness seems to promise all things. I'm sure you too seek your dreams down there. Well, watch out. It's a sickly air that fills this place. Creatures turn mad and travelers are robbed of their memories. Perhaps dreams aren't such great things after all. Many used to come, hoping the kingdom would fulfill their desires. Hollow Nest, it was once called. Supposedly the greatest kingdom there ever was, full of treasures and secrets. Now it's nothing more than a poisonous tomb full of monsters and madness. Everything fades eventually, I suppose. Feeling tired? That bench may be iron, but I assure you it's quite comfortable. There's no better place to collect your thoughts before heading below. Plus, I enjoy the company. Not that you seem the talkative sort. I'm not gonna rest at the bench because if you look up to my health bar, which is on the top left, those alienware looking heads, I have a blue one. That's kind of like a soul, heart, and binding of Isaac terms. Once I lose it, but it's not part of my permanent health. We'll unlock all of this stuff here later, but we're gonna head straight down. And once you rest at a bench, the little blue health goes away. So what we're going to do in this episode, I'll tell you straight up, I'm just going to circle around. And we don't have access to our map yet in the Forgotten Crossroads, but we will, hopefully by the end of this episode. But I'm just going to kind of go around and show you a couple things. Kind of start getting the map all cleared off. And I'm just going to loop all the way back around until we get back to the beginning of the area. Or the beginning of this crossroads. So here is the temple, and in this temple you're gonna find this black egg. This is the egg that was at the very beginning where you heard the awesome scream, and then it faded out, or it kind of backed out into this, and those three faces kind of started to glow. Hello there. How delightful to meet another traveler on these forgotten roads. You're a short one, but you've a strong look about you. I'm QUIRREL. I have something of an obsession with uncharted places. This ancient kingdom holds many fascinating mysteries, and one of the most intriguing of them is standing right before us. A great stone egg lying in the corpse of an ancient kingdom. And this egg, is it warm? It certainly gives off a unique air. Can it be opened? There are strange marks all over it. I do so love a mystery, and who knows what other marvels lie even deeper below us. I just now figured out that this thing right there is not his face. He's actually got his back towards us. I never figured that out until just now. For so long I felt drawn here. So many tales full of wonders and horrors. No longer could I resist. I just had to see it for myself. And what a time I chose to arrive. This dead world has sprung to life. The creatures are riled up and the earth rumbles. The air is thick. I wonder what could have brought it all about. To persevere in this ruin, that old nail alone just won't be enough. Though that's no problem, one only has to look around. Plenty have come before us and most have met their grisly end, many more equipped than you and I. I'm sure they wouldn't mind were a fellow explorer to relieve them of their tools. It's a kindness, really. The dead shouldn't be burdened with such things. Did you pass that town above? What a gloomy little place, and such majesty hidden right beneath. I suppose that's why they've all headed down here. Who could resist such possibilities? Alright, that's all he's got. So we'll make use of this black egg a little bit later, or maybe way later. So we're just gonna continue exploring. But basically, Hallownest is the last civilization on this world, I guess. And it is a dying world, basically. The inhabitants have all come down here, and they've been down here so long that the air is actually turning them crazy. So the little beetles and whatnot that you see around here, those are the inhabitants, from what I've gathered. I could be totally wrong, and if I am, I'm sorry. That's just what I perceived it to be. This is an interesting area. If you come here early, be ready for a fight, but if you're pretty good, you can actually get by without not taking a single hit. This guy actually deals 2 hits worth of damage, so be careful. Once you get the dash ability later in the game, his fight will be much easier because you can just dash away. But he's guarding something important that I want. There we go. He's guarding a lot of money and this little worm. There are worms hidden all over this, all over the game basically. And once you return, or once you break one free, they go home. And the home is actually, I can't really show you without the map. It's up to the top left. So if I just went back the way I came and just went all the way to the left, I would get to their house. You'll see it in this video, I believe. I think I'll make a run for it. I cannot go that way, so I'm going to go this way to the left. Here we got some more enemies. Trying to collect as much geo as I can because I am going to, it's gonna make sure that I'm not farming in the episodes. And you see I'm hitting that rock and it's not lagging for me, so it's just certain ones that only lag, and it's kind of really weird. I'm fairly certain I don't want to go down just yet. I need to find the map maker, and I know where he is. I just need to actually circle around and get to it. Oh, that's right, I can't go here because of the, yeah, that right there, there's a lever down below. I have to go back around and get that. Oh, well, and I still got hit. Well, I lost my special shielded HP. But yes, I love that you can knock back enemies and you also get knocked back. You just have to be careful, but knocking back is actually very important, especially for one of the puzzles, to get one of those worms that I just showed off. Because one of them is surrounded by spikes, and you actually have to hit the spikes in order to get to him, like this, and then you bounce up. So some of the puzzles are pretty great. You have to think about them, and some of the enemies that you fight also are pretty great. I love that everything here is pretty much hand-drawn. I'm fairly certain of it, and it just looks gorgeous. If I had to say, the visuals would be the second best thing of the game. Sorry, I'm just a music guy. The music is just awesome. It is stellar, and it's like my favorite song so far was definitely at the beginning in Dirtmouth, but there are some others that are as equally as great, or just I guess not as equal, because the one in Dirtmouth was the best in my ears. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead, destroy all these guys real quick so I can get some money. And the currency, by the way, is called Geo. It's kind of really funky like that. I can't go there yet. I need a spell to get there, and I'll get the spell at the end of this level. I need money because I need to buy a map from this guy. He's actually in the room down below. But once I rescue a shopkeeper, I'm going to buy some abilities. And one of the abilities that I'm going to get is the fact that I don't have to actually step on the geo to actually collect it. And that'll be so nice because I can just kill an enemy and be off. And then these little flies will actually go ahead and grab the geo for me. And yeah. There we go. If I can get up there. But what I will do, I will go ahead and collect a little bit of money up here. This is the area I was talking about, the area with all the worms that they return home. This is where they actually go. They go over here to the left side. And there's that worm that we rescued. And that's Grandpa Worm. He's gonna give us some good stuff. Yeah, he gave us a 5, and that's okay. The more you get, the more stuff you get, the more money he'll throw, and eventually he'll start giving you some, he'll give you like pieces that'll increase your HP. It works basically like the Zelda system, where you get so many heart containers, you get a heart. It works just like that. You get mask containers, and I think it's every 4 mask containers you get a new mask, which is your HP. So pretty cool. Also, we're not the only ones here, and there are other knights that look kind of like us, and we'll kind of get into that in the story a little bit later. But don't freak out if you see somebody that looks just like me, because he kind of will probably have like bigger horns or something like that. Also, I have never died in this game, so I actually don't know what happens if you die. From what I can guess, it kind of works a little bit like Dark Souls or the other one. I forgot what it was called. I'm so sorry. But like when you die, I think you spawn a dark version of yourself that you have to beat up to get your stuff back. Maybe, I don't know, because there's a dark one of you that is in the monster book. So kind of wonder what that's about.
Oh,
Huh. Ah, hello there. Come down to explore these beautiful old ruins. Don't mind me. I have a fondness for exploring myself. Getting lost and finding a way again is a pleasure like no other. We're exquisitely lucky, you and I. I'm a cartographer by trade, and I'm working on mapping this area right now. Would you like to buy a copy of my work so far? So only 30 geo, so steal, so we're gonna go ahead and steal it from him. So now we have access to the map, which is excellent. A map can be a useful thing, but it alone won't show you where you are. If you've not the head for directions, I suggest purchasing a compass for my wife, ISELDA. She's just now opening our new map shop in Dirtmouth, selling all sorts of useful things to wanderers like yourself. She'll even sell some of my old maps from time to time. I pop back to see her whenever I finish mapping an area. She's always so excited to see me. Alright. Oh my gosh. One of the stickers on my controller just fell off, and it's like really sticky, and it's like on the back. It's kind of freaking me out. Anyways, we can't get through that yet. That's another area. But he gave us a very important item, and it is the map. This is the map that he's drawn for us. And we can't see where we're at, and we can't see any of the specific features like benches, which we can rest at. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the top very quickly, and we're going to visit the shop. The map shop. The only shop I have unlocked right now. And then we're probably going to go ahead and call this an episode. Yep. And that's, whoops, why did I do that? I thought he was gonna go just a little bit lower. And this is the area that loops back around to the very beginning. So if I had gone left, this is where I would be. So there you go. And now we can just head on up, or ascend. By the way, to the right, there is another shop, but you have to unlock it, or I don't know if it's a shop, it's something. You have to unlock it by buying a key from one of the other shopkeepers. And oh man, that music is just so great. Alright. Come to buy a map, have you? It's really my husband you should be dealing with. But what a surprise! He's headed down below. He'll pop back occasionally to deliver new maps for the store, but I do wish he'd spend a little more time up here. I've not much interest in retail myself. Now, let's see what's here for me to sell. We're interested in one thing so far, and that is the wayward compass. Basically, it will pinpoint our location on the map, which is incredibly useful. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna skip out on that. Nah, we'll buy it. I was gonna buy the quill first. The quill allows us to draw maps. It allows us to draw maps when we rest at the bench and whatnot, but let's do something about the charms. Was that? Oh my gosh, okay, the back is actually freaking out now. What a shame that I'm getting all of these graphical bugs, because this game is gorgeous and I should be able to see all of it. So when you rest at the bench, if you've discovered any new areas and you have the quill, you'll go ahead and mark that off on your map, which I don't have right now. We can zoom in. We've already unlocked all of that. And also, I can equip charms, and I only have one charm, which is the wayward compass, and I have 3 notches. So each charm costs a certain amount of notches. So this one costs 1. So I can equip one that has 2 or 2 more that have 1, which I can buy at the shop, which I will rescue that guy in the next episode. So that's gonna do it for this episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Check the description for my Facebook and Twitter information. While you're at it, give this video a huge thumbs up to support the series, and subscribe if you would like to see more. I will see you guys in the next video.